Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So today I'm going to do another video with the Little Birdie paint pouring medium and acrylic pouring paint. I've done a few videos on this in the past, but it's been a while. I have, however, been playing around with it quite a bit. So, yeah, I actually really like these. They do take, I feel like, a little practice to kind of get everything right with how to use them properly. But I'm just going to show you how easy it is to mix these. So first, I always mix the paint in these bottles. Then I put the paint in my cup, because these paints actually have kind of different consistencies sometimes, I have found. So you never really know how much pouring medium you need to add. Then I just add a little bit of the pouring medium at a time. This pouring medium is pretty watery. We're using some sticks here. So then just mix it in until you get your usual consistency. So we're going for, however you want to call it, melted honey or warm honey or whatever, melted ice cream. So you don't want it too watery. It should run off your stick pretty easily. And you don't want it, you know, too thick. That's about the right consistency. If you need to, add a little more of the pouring medium until you get your right consistency. I'm going to mix up my other colors. So for this, I'm using Rainforest, Plum Orchid. I'm going to use, I'm going to use Icy Blue. I think that will look cute with it. And then I'm going to use some white. So I'll mix these 4 colors up and I'll be right back. All right, I've got my colors all mixed up. And I'm going to be pouring on this 8x8 wood panel, which is also from Little Birdie. They have some really great coasters and stuff as well. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up my bowl. I don't need that much paint because this is a pretty small surface. So I'm just going to layer these colors in here. Now, a few things that I have noticed about these paints specifically. If you're looking for something that will not give you any cells, this paint is probably not for you. It does tend to actually go a little crazy on cells sometimes. And I haven't fully determined if that's based off of how much or how little pouring medium you add, if that affects it, or just the paints themselves. I still need to do more experiments with these, but I'm having fun. And as soon as I'm going to do a flip cup with this, and then I'll actually show you some of my recent creations with this paint. So this should be plenty. Add a dash more white for good measure. And this is my Lowly Vefe silicone bowl. So if you're looking for those, there'll be a link in the description, but look for the bowls. They're not called cups, and I think that's why people have trouble finding them sometimes. All right, so I'm going to show you some of my recent creations real quick. All right, so this was actually a ribbon pour, but you can see all the cells that popped up. And I've noticed with this brand too, the orange really tends to take over. The warmer colors actually really tend to take over. This was a Rekka ring, and you can see kind of the yellow took over. Well, it was more like a lime color, but, and then I got some really cool cells popping up in there. And lastly, this was a leftover paint pour that I did with about 100 different colors, and I got the coolest lacing in here, and also some pretty cool cells. I had a little bit of orange in this, which I think was beautiful. So anyways, those are just some recent creations with this paint and pouring medium. Let's go ahead and pull this off. You see that? Like instant cells. Well, lacing. And more is popping up through here without even doing anything. So if you're looking for paint that will not give you cells or a lot of reactions, this is probably not it. All right, I'm going to tilt here, stretch it out. This paint also dries extremely glossy, which I love. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but that also kind of depends on how much pouring medium you add. So it's interesting. Having fun playing with it. All right, so you can see obviously we've had just crazy cells popping up even as I was tilting it. This plum orchid really seems to be dominating and causing some of those reactions. I need to start keeping kind of a notebook to see with the colors in this paint line what causes what. I'm going to let this sit here for a little while longer. We'll see anything else that develops or changes, and then I'll bring you in for a close-up. All right, we're back. I let this sit here for a good, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes. We had quite the cell explosion in here. So let's go ahead and do our close-up. Starting on the lower right corner here. I think this is a lot of fun, personally. I'm having a lot of fun experimenting with these paints and kind of seeing the reactions that the different colors make. But I mean, look at this. And there's no kind of silicone or any oil in here whatsoever. This is just the paints themselves reacting together. So there you have it. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Please check down in the description for all the materials. If interested, go ahead and check out these paints, this company. I'll post the link in the description, and I will see you all next time.